Hello there. I'm Dr. Natalie Natal, one of three Guided Pathways regional coordinators supporting the Los Angeles and Orange County region. This video is a part of the Guided Pathways Teaching and Learning series that you can find in the Vision Resource Center and on YouTube, brought to you by the LAOC Guided Pathway Regional Coordinator team, which includes my colleagues Leslie Bonds, Dr. Sean Pepin, and myself. As you focus on ways to make your classroom more equitable, this series will focus on an array of evidence-based pedagogies for your consideration. In this video, we will explore active learning, specifically the benefits of active learning and how it can be incorporated into your classroom instruction. We will also provide you with some additional resources to consider if you would like to learn more. Active learning encompasses a range of instructional practices that seeks to engage students in learning through activities and/or discussion, as opposed to passively listening to a lecture. And while providing a lecture also has its value, active learning helps to build and integrate the content in such a way that a student will acquire a deeper understanding of the material because they're able to engage with the content rather than simply listening to it and contextualize that content to current or future experiences. Active learning has been shown to have a positive impact on student learning outcomes as it puts students at the center and values meaningful collaboration. While evidence demonstrates that active learning especially benefits minoritized students, it has been shown to promote learning for all students, and in creating an inclusive classroom, it also creates a sense of community. And even though active learning has a range of benefits, it is helpful to point out that, as stated by Joel Michael in his article, active learning doesn't just happen. It occurs in the classroom when the teacher creates a learning environment that makes it more likely to occur. Active learning helps to promote a more equitable classroom. Research has illuminated the fact that minoritized students in active learning classrooms are more likely to learn and succeed at higher rates than in traditional lecture courses. Moreover, that gain is shown to reduce the achievement gap. It also helps to integrate the cultural wealth of students' lived experiences into the classroom, which stems from Yoso's cultural wealth model, which articulates from an appreciative lens that the students of color bring a plethora of knowledge, skills, and abilities into the classroom, which is used to survive and resist racism and other forms of oppression. So, for example, a student who works multiple jobs would have great project management skills that can be applied to all industries. An active learning approach also helps connect students with content to their own lives and to the ways in which students learn and reason. So, for example, a business student in a kinesiology course may be able to contextualize the material into their future goals around a health and wellness business idea, or a student who's in a biology course that can understand how infectious diseases such as COVID-19 has had a disproportionate impact within their respective community. As illustrated in this diagram, there are a range of ways to incorporate active learning into practice. However, these are a few to consider. First, a think, pair, share is a strategy where students work together to solve a problem or answer a question about an assigned reading. This requires students to think individually about a topic or answer to a question and share ideas with their classmates. Minute papers give students a minute either at the end of a section of work or at the end of a class to jot down on paper the important points from the discussion. And then we have the problem-solving case study method, where students work in pairs or groups on a case study. Students can read a predefined data set or scenario, and a faculty member would provide prompts to reflect on the information and formulate a response to it. The goal here is to ensure students gather additional information, ask critical questions, and synthesize a response to understand the case study characters' needs and perspectives. As mentioned previously, there is considerable evidence that active learning has been shown to work. In a study conducted on undergraduate minoritized students in STEM, faculty who employed active learning strategies showed higher outcomes for all students, which was measured by examination scores, course pass rates, and the like. It also showed that African American, Latinx, and Native American students benefited the most, thereby reducing equity gaps by 30 to 45%. By building confidence and providing support, inclusive practices such as active learning enhance student learning and increase social disparities in STEM education, which ultimately supports STEM innovation. It also is helpful to note that while the research was focused on STEM, there is evidence to suggest that active learning approaches are effective across all disciplines. If you are interested in infusing active learning into your classroom and would like to explore this in greater detail, I encourage you to check out any of these resources to learn more. Also, if you would like to talk more about this, get in touch with your Guided Pathways Regional Coordinator today. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.